Edited by Nick Silver and Alex Regan. Executive producers Paul Bay and Terry Miles. If you enjoy the Black Tapes, you'll love our sister show, Tanis. You can listen to Tanis at itunes.com/Tanis or TanisPodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening to the Black Tapes.
Hey, Alex.
Hey, Nick. Did you download Unsolved Murders True Crime Story?
It's downloading right now.
Listen now on your favorite podcast directory or by visiting parcast.com/unsolved. That's spelled parcast.com/unsolved.
Lord, here's a just reward. Bring me my devil just behind the door, she said, and flies down the road like thunder.
One of 11 calls from somebody named Alex Regan. That's Richard Strand. Okay, goodbye.
Now we're recording. And I'm gonna do the intro part as well. My emphasis, I think, was just a little bit too much like, done. I don't know. Let me just do it again.
And we'll go flying through the kingdom of the universe.
She said she saw someone standing over his bed.
Is it true that you disappeared for 5 days?
I know. It's like adding another layer of crazy on top of crazy.
Hey everyone, it's Nick. As you know, a lot of editing goes into every episode of the Black Tapes, and a lot of material ends up not making it into our show. For Halloween, we thought you might find it interesting to hear some more of Alex's sleep notes, some of the recordings she made that we didn't air on the podcast. We hope you enjoy them. And just so you know, we're hard at work on a brand new podcast series. As soon as that's finished up, we'll be right back into the Black Tapes Season 3. So, from all of us here at Pacific Northwest Stories, happy Halloween.
I had another strange dream about a cat and something. The cat was at my window. It was white with pale blue eyes, like in the Lou Reed song. Maybe because I heard it earlier this week, it somehow got into my dreams. I don't know, but there was this cat sitting outside my window. It was female, or at least I got the sense it was female. I once heard a comedian say he used to think all dogs were boys and all cats were girls. It made me laugh at the time. God, the thought of laughing. It's tiring. Exhausting. So, the cat, she started licking the window, but every time she licked, it sounded like a baby crying, like far away, off in another room. The way those crying sounds echoed in my room, it was terrifying. And it happened every time the cat licked the glass. I turned away from the window to try and ignore the licking, but when I turned my head, the cat was in my bed, staring right into my eyes. I jumped, and the cat, well, it looked larger than it should have, like the size of a big dog or something. It was really odd in retrospect, but for some reason I didn't find it odd in the dream. I found it comforting. Like, the cat was there to guard me, to watch over me. But then the baby crying started up again, and it was coming from inside my bedroom. It was close. And I looked around, but I was just too scared to get up from my bed. And for some reason, I knew where the sound was coming from. It was coming from beneath the bed. I leaned over to take a look, and there was something there. I could see it in the shadows, or I could sense it. Something was moving, something sentient, something... And it was crawling out. And then I woke up. I dreamt that the cat was licking my ear. I felt something lightly brushing against the side of my face. It was dark, so I couldn't see anything but a shape. I saw something hunched over on my bed next to me. I turned on the light, and there she was again. The cat. I'm usually ticklish, but in my dream, I wasn't. She was licking my earlobe intently. I turned to look, and I saw her eyes. They were black. But I knew it was the same cat, the cat from the other dream. And this time, she was even bigger. Her paw was almost the size of one of my hands. I could feel her warm breath on my neck. And I was afraid to move, or unable. I felt frozen, and her breath grew hotter. And for a second, I thought I felt her teeth biting into my neck. And it hurt, but I couldn't do anything. And then I felt flesh from behind my ear, peeling slowly away. The skin from an orange, or a piece of thick tape. And I could hear the cat whisper, "Go to sleep, Alex," before she put her paw on my hand and started to stroke it. And that's when I noticed that her paw wasn't a paw. It was a child's hand. I woke up about 10 minutes ago. I was experiencing a rare deep sleep before something woke me. I felt something on my left foot, the foot that was dangling off the edge of the bed. I was confused. And then I realized what it was. Something was licking my toes. I saw something hunched over in the dark, but it was large, much bigger than a cat or dog. It was about the size of a human, but it definitely didn't feel human. When I looked down at my foot, I could see, again, something that kind of looked like a cat. It was licking my toes. It took all of my energy, but I slowly reached over and switched on the light. And there was this woman standing at the end of my bed. She had long black hair, and she was hunched over, but when she turned to face me, I could see that she had this crazy, maniacal smile on her face. A twisted smile that literally stretched from ear to ear as if she had no cheeks. Just this mouth, dark mouth. And there was something else. Something in her hands. She was holding something and rubbing it against my toes. She was holding the head of the cat. Its tongue was sticking out against my toes. I wanted to scream, but my voice was stuck in my chest. And it looked like the woman was laughing. Her shoulders were going up and down, and that smile. But, I mean, all I could hear was a baby crying. I realized she wasn't laughing. She was changing into something bigger. Something wet and dark and horrible was coming. And this time, it wasn't coming from under the bed. It was coming from within the old woman. She turned and started crawling up onto my bed, pinning me beneath the covers, my arms to my sides. I couldn't move. Her mouth opened wide, peeling back, and the dark thing started to crawl out of the old woman. And I knew with absolute certainty that once it left the old woman, it was going to enter me. And that's when I woke up. It felt so real, so horrifying. I don't know if I want to fall asleep again for a while. Maybe I should just get away. This job is getting to me. The Black Tapes is a Pacific Northwest Stories and Minnow Beats Whale production, recorded in Seattle and Vancouver. Produced, mixed, and engineered by Nick Silver. Edited by Nick Silver and Alex Regan. Executive producers Paul Bay and Terry Miles. If you enjoy The Black Tapes, you'll love our sister show, Tanis. You can listen to Tanis at itunes.com/Tanis or tanispodcast.com. Thank you so much for listening to The Black Tapes.
Hi everyone, this is Christy Gressman from the Orbiting Human Circus, and on behalf of the entire Orbiting Human Circus gang, I'd like to welcome you to episode 6, and thank our sponsors, Rocket Mortgage by Quicken Loans and Audible, who help make this all possible. But first, the Orbiting Human Circus is going on a short holiday break. Season 1 will resume on January 11th, so we wanted to wish you a Happy New Year now. We're so glad to have Rocket Mortgage as our sponsor, because for many of us, getting a traditional bank loan would be impossible. Take me, for instance. When I'm not with the Orbiting Human Circus, I'm busy spreading holiday cheer by doing high-leg kits and beloved holiday chorus line. The old-time mortgage banking process is suitable only for a Scrooge. I need something that suits my world. I need a Rockette mortgage. Okay, it's not pronounced that way, and I'm not a Rockette. And we'd sincerely like to apologize to everyone involved for that joke. But do you think even Santa Claus would have time to apply for a mortgage the old-fashioned way? Why do you think you had to buy in the North Pole? Rocket Mortgage allows you to apply for a loan from the comfort of your own sleigh, and you can easily share your bank statements with your steps rather than you so quick if you are a Rockette, which I'm not. And this is something more than you know. Visit Rocket Mortgage today at
When we last left the janitor, of course, he'd hypnotized everybody. Yes, everybody. What happened next? Well, it's not quite in the holiday spirit. At least not in the spirit of a holiday episode, which this is. So we're going to spare you that and rectify another injustice we recently subjected you to. You'll
Would you happen to be headed towards Darkwater Crossing? My parents live there. I usually make the journey to bring them gifts and to just say hello, but I haven't been well lately. I've written some letters and placed them in a satchel. Perhaps you wouldn't mind delivering it to them on my behalf? You would? Well then, here. Take my satchel and give it to my father, Werner. He'll likely have something for you to bring back. I might be a woman, but I can crack rock with the... Be careful in there. You can take a nasty spill. I had a bad fall in the mine when I was pretty bad off for a while. But a priest of Mara was passing through on his way. I'm still pretty sore and I can't really walk too far without having to rest for a while. Darkwater Crossing is a difficult journey. Mind yourself.
You think you can pack up and... Leave any time you like. Somebody help! Someone there? I know I heard something. Here I'll go.
they're reforming the Dawn Guard. Vampire. Ugh. Tending to your hounds? You smell like a wet dog. You see those warriors from Hammerfell? They've got curved swords. Curved swords.
I try to think of it as coaxing the ore from the rock. This mine is only a few years old, but I've been digging up ore for over a century. We're getting to the point where the tunnels are getting deep into the rock. People complain of bad coughs and foul air. I've seen this before. We need some medicines to combat the ore dust. I was about to send a message to Windhelm for aid. Thank you. Take it to Quintus in the White File. I'm lucky enough that none of my friends have been killed. Of course, we have soldiers. Those falls. Dangerous place. Derkeithus thought he could find some good fish in the pools. Haven't heard from him in a long while. Safe travels.
There's a gorgeous tree that grows right up through a cave to the north of here. All right, then. If you're heading to Kynes Grove, stick to the road. Some pretty dangerous caves between here and there. Farewell.
You have committed, then pay with your blood.
Good day.
Is there something I can help you? Not much to it, really. We fish and keep to ourselves. Try to keep from upsetting the Empire or the Stormcloaks. And so far the war's left us alone.
You're looking for work? We could use an extra hand in the mine. Just bring me any corundum you dig up. It's a shame our daughter couldn't make the journey herself. If you wouldn't mind bringing this back to her for us, I'd appreciate it. I'll buy everything you've dug up. Divines bless you. May the ground you walk quake as you pass.
I try to think of it as coaxing the ore from the rock.
Annika used to help more with the mining, but nowadays she's a bit of a bounder.
Saunders takes care of me when Mom's not around. Dorkeithus used to take me diving way down deep in the river. I miss him.
You're that mage from the college, right? Hear things have finally calmed down over there.